Why did HMV, a once dominant entertainment retailer in the UK, fail? This question takes us on a journey through the rise and fall of a retail giant. HMV, a name synonymous with entertainment retail in the UK, was once a titan in the industry. Its reputation was cemented by a rich history of bringing music, films, and games to the masses. From its humble beginnings, HMV grew into a behemoth, its stores a haven for entertainment enthusiasts. But even the mightiest can fall, and HMV was no exception. Its towering presence in the industry began to wane as the digital age dawned. As consumer habits shifted and online retail began to disrupt traditional shopping experiences, HMV found itself struggling to keep pace. The company's reluctance to embrace emerging trends such as online shopping, file-sharing platforms, and digital music streaming only hastened its decline. HMV's mounting debts and failed attempts at strategic reinvention reflected its struggle to adapt. The company's focus on physical media over omnichannel experiences, coupled with its slow pivot to online retail and lack of innovation, spelled disaster. Despite its former glory, HMV was unable to adapt to a rapidly changing market, leading to its demise. The first nail in the coffin for HMV was its slow pivot to online retail. As the world was swiftly shifting towards digital platforms, HMV found itself struggling to keep pace. The rise of online shopping was changing the game, and HMV, unfortunately, was left on the sidelines. The emergence of these virtual marketplaces was not just a trend, but a seismic shift in consumer behavior that was rewriting the rules of commerce. Customers were increasingly choosing the convenience of browsing and buying from the comfort of their homes over the traditional in-store experience. Yet HMV seemed to be stuck in a time warp, heavily investing in physical media and brick-and-mortar stores, while the world around it was going digital. The company's failure to adapt quickly and effectively to this new reality proved to be a critical misstep. Instead of capitalizing on the opportunities presented by the digital revolution, HMV found itself playing catch-up. The company's attempts at online retail were too little, too late. Its competitors had already established themselves as the go-to online destinations for music and entertainment, leaving HMV in their digital dust. HMV's delay in embracing the online retail revolution marked the beginning of the end for the company. Its reluctance to adapt to the evolving marketplace was a clear sign that the company was out of step with the times and ultimately led to its downfall. Another crucial factor in HMV's downfall was the company's lack of innovation. As the world was rapidly changing, HMV stood still, clinging to what was familiar. The rise of file-sharing platforms and digital music streaming marked a pivotal shift in consumer behavior. Audiences were no longer satisfied with physical media alone. They craved for the immediacy and convenience of digital access. However, HMV failed to recognize this shift and respond accordingly. Instead of leading the charge and embracing these new technologies, they found themselves playing catch-up. They were reactive, rather than proactive, a strategy that ultimately proved detrimental. The importance of innovation cannot be overstated in today's fast-paced market. Businesses must constantly evolve, adapt, and innovate in order to stay relevant. They must be willing to take calculated risks and disrupt their own business models if necessary. HMV's story is a stark reminder of the consequences of complacency. It's a tale that underscores the importance of staying ahead of the curve, of embracing change rather than fearing it. Without innovation, HMV was left behind in a rapidly evolving industry. HMV's reluctance to embrace digital transformation was the final blow that led to its collapse. When the tides of the industry were shifting towards digitalization, HMV was caught in a riptide of its own making. The company was grappling with mounting debts, a consequence of its failed attempts at strategic reinvention. Imagine the scene: a once dominant entertainment retailer, struggling to keep its head above water, all while the digital revolution was sweeping across the industry. It was like watching a giant iceberg, slowly melting under the relentless heat of the sun. HMV's reluctance to embrace digital transformation was not just a passive resistance, it was an active denial of the changing consumer habits and the disruptive power of online retail. The company, once a titan in its field, was now a dinosaur, unable to adapt to the new environment that was evolving around it. By the time 2013 rolled around, the writing was on the wall. HMV collapsed into administration, a victim of its own inability to change with the times. The company's fall from grace serves as a stark reminder of the brutal, unforgiving nature of the business world. HMV's inability to adapt to a digital world was the final blow that led to its downfall. The tale of HMV is a cautionary one, a stark reminder that adaptability is key to survival in an ever-evolving marketplace. So, what can we learn from the fall of HMV? The downfall of HMV paints a vivid picture of the consequences of failing to adapt and innovate in the face of change. The entertainment giant's slow response to the rise of online retail was a significant factor in its demise. Despite witnessing the shift in consumer habits towards digital platforms, HMV hesitated to pivot and lagged behind in the virtual marketplace. Innovation, or rather lack of it, also played a crucial role in HMV's downfall. When competitors were experimenting with new business models and technologies, HMV stuck to its traditional focus on physical media. This lack of innovation, and an over-reliance on outdated business models, left HMV unable to compete in an increasingly digital world. HMV's story also underscores the importance of financial prudence and strategic reinvention. The company's mounting debts and failed attempts at reinvention only hastened its fall into administration. The fall of HMV serves as a stark reminder of the importance of adaptability and innovation in the face of market disruption.